What is up, guys? It's Mr.StealUrGurl coming at you with another Supreme Commander 2 cast, and I know I've been saying that in front of a lot of my videos, but you know what? It doesn't make it any less true. It is a Supreme Commander 2 cast, and yes, it's Open Palms again. That's because people are sending me Open Palms matches. If you want to see a different map, send me a different map and make the game awesome. So email me at stealspeaks@gmail.com and send me your awesome replays. So I would really appreciate that. But anyhow, guys, thank you guys so much for checking out my band's music at the end of the video. I really appreciate you guys sticking around and checking it out and saying such nice comments on this channel. However, I need you guys to comment on the Blacking Out channel. There is links down below, and there's also a link at the end during the end card of this video. So check it out, subscribe to that channel, leave my band nice comments. That would be really helpful to me and my band. So I'd really greatly appreciate that. So please, guys, do that. I am counting on you. Please. And anyhow, this will be the last video for a little while before I leave another one of my band songs at the end of my videos. So we're working on another song. We got the mixing engineer working on it. We recorded it. It sounds amazing, but it's going to sound even more amazing once our mixing engineer at Tonality Studios works his magic. So anyhow, guys, without further ado, the video. So let's introduce the players. We got Green Alien, and thank goodness he is green, because I would hate to call him a liar. And I think he's actually Maitre. He is spawning in as the UEF commander, and he is getting eco all day long. And I don't see any plans for factories yet, so hopefully he does something about that. And his opponent, we got Skyrim spawning in as the Blue Aeon commander, and he is queuing up a land factory, and his engineers are sitting there doing nothing. I do not know why they aren't doing anything. Okay, there they go. They are queued up to build some mass. Very, very good. So there's the first factory there for Skyrim. Let's see where... Oh my goodness, Maitre is building 2 research stations instead of a factory. There is a factory queued up, but Skyrim is way ahead in factory count. Well, he's got 1 troop, so he's not that much farther ahead. It would be a little bit faster to build right here. That'd probably save you 5 or 6 seconds to build at your starting position. It's boom, boom, factory, factory, factory. That way your commander doesn't have to move. If you could make your commander move as little as possible, see, that was like a good 3 seconds that commander moved to build that. And I understand the reasoning for building right here. He wants to build up front to protect this stuff right here. Shield, that will be shielded quite well, and he'll have a nice front to defend right here. Only problem is Aeon do not have artillery, but UEF has artillery, so UEF could fire artillery from the ridge, from right about here, in this area, doing some damage. So UEF would definitely have some advantage here. Unless some shotguns were chilling right here, that could be a pretty big game changer. So I understand the reasoning here. Could send some troops in, and I do suggest Skyrim scouting and sending in some troops right now, because Green Alien Maitre only has 5-6 troops to his, well, not much more, but he's got 3 factories to reinforce. Really needs to get in there right now. That factory's going down. That means he may not have enough for a point defense. Get in there, do some damage, at least make him move, make him think about what is going on. So I'm speeding this bad boy up because it's in the base building phase. And as always, everyone, if you're doing that drinking game that someone left in the comment section about 3, 4, 5 maybe videos ago, please drink responsibly. And if I say speed this bad boy up, that mass, don't drink don't drink more than your body can handle, guys. Seriously, stay hydrated, take care of yourself. And as you can see here, Maitre pushed in to test Skyrim's reactions, and indeed Skyrim reacted with more units to protect this mass extractor, which isn't a bad thing. Skyrim should be pushing on both sides so his opponent makes a mistake. He won't be able to defend both sides as well as Skyrim could attack. And finally, Skyrim is building a radar station. 6 minutes and 25 seconds in, he can finally see about up to here, I am thinking. And it looks like Maitre is expanding into his expansion, and it has expanded in back. He's going to get 2 air factories and a research station. And it looks like Skyrim is expanding in his expansion, and his other expansion has expanded in back. So that is a very good thing to do. Let's slow this bad boy down. It looks like we got some weapon energy, some weapon stuff going down on the ACU for Green Alien, aka Maitre. So Maitre is building a land factory, and that land factory building has been interrupted. Green Alien has gotten overcharged, and boom! Look at those units melt. Absolutely melt. And that is a lot of delicious, yummy, yummy mass just gifted by Skyrim. And if Green Alien was smart, he would suck up that delicious, yummy, yummy mass and create some more stuff. So here we go. We got a little land battle right here, and these units are getting very little done. So this is quite a misuse of units. This is not a good use of units. These units were destroyed. There's not a lot there for Skyrim to really do. So we got an overcharge commander. What Skyrim should have done was attacked earlier, much earlier, when he should have seen what his opponent was doing. Really needs to get in there and look. So let's see. We got, Maitre is leaving that delicious yummy yummy mass. Quite a mistake there. That is at least a factory. That is at least an extra factory. Just chilling right there. Free for the taking. So that mass, and going bombers. So, because Maitre knows his opponent isn't doing anything in the air. And boom, down goes a radar. So Maitre has effectively blinded Skyrim. Skyrim cannot see very far. Now Skyrim is responding with a bunch of units, which is not a very wise thing to do with an enemy commander pushing in that is overcharge. And there goes a mass extractor. And this is what you want to do. You want to get some mobile missile launchers within range of your enemy's base. They will do damage. Your enemy can do a whole lot of nothing. And we got some long-range point defense. I don't know if I agree with that response, because look, we got a bunch of, oh goodness. Green Alien is pushing in with his units. He doesn't even care about those long-range point defense. Did a lot of damage to his commander. Did some damage to his units. But I figured, oh, Green Alien, I see what he did there. He moved in his meteors. They took out a factory. That is quite a big loss there. Not a huge amount of losses there for Maitre. Maitre is really good at controlling his units. He knew if he brought his commander out in the open, that would draw my goodness, that would draw the point defense fire, which is true. And I do not understand that teleport. Skyrim is low on units, and he teleports his units into the face of an overwhelming force, saying pretty much, here's some free RP, here's some free mass, take it, I am not using it. And he wasn't. So a second ago, we saw Maitre attempt to build a point defense, and it looked like Skyrim responded immediately by getting his units overcharged right in the face. And it looks like Maitre took out a factory, 2 mass extractors, and a point defense. But as you may have seen, oh my goodness, that should not have happened. A Yenzu should not have died from mobile missile launchers. And now he got quite a fight here. And Skyrim finally making use of his units. No, I spoke too soon. Was making use of his units. Should have gone to the expansion. But and he successfully destroyed a mass extractor and a factory. Very well done there, but probably should have gone farther into this expansion where my cursor is, taken out that research station and get as much done out over here rather than moving his units in to get overcharged by the commander. But back up here, I think Maitre pushes commander in first, knowing that the long-range point defense would prioritize the commander so his units could get in there, do some work. The commander is a tank. He could take that point defense fire for a few seconds, but the units cannot. And there we go. Skyrim has teleported in his units. His units have shields, so these units are much, much tougher than Maitre's units. And he's going to take out that factory. A nice win there. But here's what Skyrim should have been doing. Skyrim should have been causing havoc all over for Maitre. But Maitre now has units. The unit, not unit advantage, but he's at least somewhat comparable in unit size. So Maitre is now building up a bunch of factories and a bunch of research stations. Right now, I think Skyrim has let Maitre get away from him. Now, as you can see, we got some demolishers. The demolisher artillery will make that so that the shields mean very little if not microed appropriately. Look here. Now, moving back and forth, that's a good thing, but you want to make sure that those artillery shells do not hit your units. And it looks like Skyrim is doing a good job at that. And look at this. Maitre is smart. He sees that his units are losing the fight. He pulls away from the units and tries to get some work done on mass extractors. He gets at least one mass extractor, and he sends in another force. Look at that. Splitting forces up is the smart thing to do. 2 mass extractors right there, and 3 mass extractors up there. So that is a lot of mass extractors destroyed, along with this one right where my cursor is, and that one. That is a lot of mass extractors destroyed. And look at all those. This is outrageous. And as soon as I see them, they are scrambled out to do some damage, because it looks like Skyrim now has the army advantage, doing the wise thing and splitting his forces. Probably don't want to just sit right there. Probably want to get in there and do some damage. Oh, nice teleport, but the bombers follow. And the cluster munitions are doing work on the Aeon unit. The Aeon units are no match to cluster munitions and being multiple targets. Like, Maitre didn't bomb in just one position. Now, Skyrim had his chance there. If he had these units push in earlier, lots of damage could have occurred. But Skyrim did not. Now, these bombs just annihilated all those units. Now, we got demolishers doing some damage, but Skyrim did get some work done here. He took out a 2 mass extractors, a research station, 3 mass extractors, and a factory. Very nicely done there. Now, we got some AA, and we got Harvogs coming out with anti-air, which is not a bad thing whatsoever, but watch at this critical mass of air units bombing in 2 separate places with, I think, the cluster. If that's cluster bombs, that is the way to go, because that would utterly annihilate units. Now, we got a shield built, and we got a nuclear missile silo. Nicely timed, nicely done there. And we got Skyrim building up a bunch of anti-air. So Skyrim is at a disadvantage at the moment, but he is not out whatsoever. If he gets enough anti-air, if he builds an air force of his own, which would be a very smart thing to do, anti-air with an air force. Look at all that anti-air, taking out a bunch of units. That was at least 5 or 6, maybe even more. Wow, they're falling out of the sky quite a bit. So if Skyrim built at least 1 air factory, just at least 1, in the center of his base, like maybe right there or right here, or wherever he has room, and has these air units protected by anti-air in all the factories, and this would be a very nice, very well done no-go zone. and those air units could support these anti-air units, and these units advance. That is how you do that. That's how you would go about it, because these are UAF bombers. They have no air support, no units to protect them. Nice little teleport there, getting in the center, doing a lot of damage with those Harvogs. Now, those bombers, look at those bombers do their work. Now, that is a much thinner army than it once was. Now, the Harvogs don't do that much damage to air. I'm serious. Skyrim needs air support. And I don't mean anti-air. Now, that tactical missile launcher on that nuke silo is absolutely brutal. And we got an anti-nuke coming in for Skyrim. Not a bad choice whatsoever. Very, very smart. Because he sees this nuke missile silo. He sees those tactical missiles firing away. Very quickly, mind you. And you can see them fire away. And they are doing damage. And he sees them. There's no other unit in the game that sends out volleys quite like that. Now, I'm telling you, 1 or 2 factories by this point, from when I first said that, would cause some havoc for these units. And that is how you respond to a bunch of bombers. You get anti-air, and you get air of your own. Air of your own is the way to deal with this. Yes, you will be at a disadvantage because, oh my goodness, look at all those air factories. A couple of wasps. Yeah, wasps can be built. It's already too little too late in that regard. Are these units upgraded? Look at all that. A lot of damage, a lot of mass. All those expansions pretty much gone. And we have a bunch of AC-1K terrors coming out soon. We could see it from a distance. See, there it is. There's the AC-1 terror. And we got a strategic launch coming out. Now, that anti-nuke, it is not completed. But here comes Maitre taking out the anti-nuke anyway. And boom! Down goes Skyrim's stuff. He's still in the green. Control K'd, I think. That was... Might as well have hit him. That was enough. So very well played there, Skyrim. That was well done against an amazing player. Not saying you're bad. Not saying you're bad, because you're not. You did very well against somebody like Maitre. Maitre had control of that match because of the things he did. But Skyrim, if you attacked earlier, this match would have gone very, very differently. Very different. I can guarantee you that. So in your future matches, and this is for the benefit of people watching at home, if you see your opponent short on units and you are ahead on units, attack early and spread your units out, because they will not be able to respond because they are so thin, and you're so much thicker in army count. So seriously, guys, think about that. Give that a shot, and I think you will be surprised by what happens. So Maitre, very well played, and thank you for sending me this awesome replay. There were some really cool things there, because it looked like Maitre actually lost. It looked like Skyrim had the advantage there for a second, but that Air Force came in just at the right time when it looked like Skyrim was turning the tide of battle. So Skyrim did some good things, guys. He had a good, nice-sized army, and he expanded. That is definitely a smart and wise thing to do. So very well played there, Skyrim. Awesome, awesome job. Thank you for playing this match. And again, Maitre, amazing job. Thank you so much for sending this in. An amazing job with the nuke, the bombing of anti-nuke, and just overall the way the match was controlled. So anyway, guys, like this video, subscribe to my channel, favorite it because that really helps me out, and send your awesome replays at stillspeaks@gmail.com, and comment, say something nice about my band's music, and definitely go to my band's page. Seriously, guys, I would like to see you guys do that, because I've been posting about this, and not many of you have done that, and that is what I really, really need from you, because if you guys don't want to give me money on Patreon, this is a way that you could reward my videos. I know you guys might say, ew, he's begging for stuff. Well, I'm making videos for you all every week, and I don't have to. I'm not really benefiting from this. I'm making these videos because I like it and you guys enjoy it. So seriously, understand where I'm coming from. I'm using this video channel to my advantage, and I really want you guys to help me out if you could. If you like this channel, help me out. If you don't want to pay money on Patreon, help me out. Go to my other band, my band's channel, subscribe, and like the video, and say something nice about it, because I know a lot of you have said something nice on the Still Speaks channel, but I need you to say something nice at Black It Out. The what would you call that? The link is in the description below and in the end card. So please check that out. It would really, really help me out. So anyhow, guys, continuing on, I have a Patreon. Send me cash if you want. If not, like my band's stuff. That is like currency to me and my friend. So please do that. To me and my band, actually. So please do that. So, yeah, I think it's about that time, guys. You know, check out my band's music. It's coming up next. I would really greatly appreciate that. And where am I? Oh, yes. Share with your friends, family, and foes, because they need something interesting to watch as well. And as always, everyone, GG.